Hi and welcome back. Today we are taking a look at the Transformers Legacy Black Zarak Transformer, which I believe to be a recolor of the Transformers Earthrise Scorponok from a couple of years ago. As you can see, it comes in a basic black and white box with a highly detailed outline of Black Zarak on the front. On the top, it just states Transformers Legacy, and on the sides, it continues to be black and white. And on the other side, we have the Decepticons logo and the continuation of the Black Zarak outline. Then the black is plain and blank. On the bottom of the box, we have the final bit of the Black Zarak artwork and the label for the product itself. As we open this up, we can see the inside of the box continues to be detailed in the black and white artwork with a detail of Zarak's head and his spear. On either side, I don't know if you can see this on the camera or not, there seems to be tape along the box. I'm not sure why this is, and I do wonder if maybe it's just to stop the box from damaging the toy inside, but I don't know for certain. And immediately inside the box we have the instruction manual, which appears to be in a purplish colour, which I assume is going to be the new standard for all of the Legacy products to match the box art. And Black Zarak itself, this is one of Hasbro's new plastic-free packagings, which I can continue to commend Hasbro on doing. I will get this out of the box and then we'll take a look at the product itself. I've cut away all of these straps, so we should now be able to take this out of the packaging. As we remove the box to the side, it appears that Zarak's head has been wrapped in some tissue, which seems to be how Hasbro are packing a lot of their products now, is using this tissue paper. And there we have Black Zarak's head, which I believe will transform itself into another robot. As we can see, the head is done molded in a gold-like plastic, which is quite nice and isn't one of those cheesy gold colours that we sometimes see with toys. The eyes are a really nice rich purple. There's some purpling paint on the top here, and then the rest is done in this deep red paint. It's actually darker than it's coming up on the camera, and this is really nice. The antenna bits move. I don't know if that's for transformation or not. And again, I don't know if it's for transformation or not, but these seem to just be on pegs which pull off. So we'll set Zarak's head to the side for the minute and take a look at the rest. Also packed in the tissue paper is this tiny headmaster. As you can see, it's mostly gold plastic again, the same as the rest, with a purple painted face and an eye patch. show it up on the camera. We'll take a further look at these as we come to them, following and removing everything in the packaging. This box. Okay. The side of the box appears to be the spear. We'll get this unpackaged and we'll have a look. Inside the box by his feet we have what I believe are going to be the two shoulder guns. Again moulded in the same gold plastic as we've seen the rest so far. What I believe is going to form his spear. And I don't know yet, some sort of claw-like device. These do move. That's back in. Section by the top of his body. Again, this is all taped up, so I'll get it uncut and we'll take a look. Okay, so first off we have the rest of what I believe forms the spear. A ramp of some sort. I assume this will click into Zarak some way. I like the turquoise green on here. And some kind of clip. And this is how Zarak comes out of the packaging. It's in the same colour scheme as the rest we've seen so far, so the gold and black with the green aqua teal colour, Decepticon logo, and some more purple down here. Back's very plain and no real detailing. It appears the legs for the Scorpion mode fold into the back here. Okay. Leave the feet, yeah, feet just drop down. I'm going to take a look at the instructions and see how we get this set up, and I'll return in a minute. So, the first thing to note is that you need to connect this ramp piece onto his back. As you can see from the instructions, they're not 100% clear, but it appears that you are using this bit to connect into this section here. So I'm going to connect this up and then we will come back and take a look. Okay, I was mistaken. It doesn't connect here, but rather along this black section here, and then I believe it will fold up and we'll take a look. So the ramp connects into the underside here, and then all of this is going to fold up, and using these tabs here plug into these notches on either side here. I've just tried this. It is a little difficult to do and does need a lot of force, but it does connect. And there's the back folded up. If we look again at the instructions, once that is tabbed in, the claw piece will then cover the back, which does give it some more colour and hide some of the hollow pieces of the shell. So the claw piece connects in the back. The guns mount on either side of the shoulders, and these are just on a peg, so you can see the central hole and the peg there. For connecting the head, this isn't shown on the instructions, but I believe what needs to happen is if it'll show, there we go, the Minicon headpiece connects with the main head and it using the hole here, and then all of that slots into the top here. As you can see, the Minicon plugs into the underside of Zarak's head. Zarak's head clips in firmly. It goes in firmly. It isn't difficult to do. You can turn a full 360 on the swivel joint. It's also got a tilting ratchet, so it can look up and look down, assuming you don't break his head off. The spear clips together as shown. This is actually taller than Zarak himself, as you can see. Something else that the instructions say you can do is you can detach the gold side panelings, and then plug these together and use the back plate to form a wrist shield. So we'll take a look at that. And here we have Black Zarak fully assembled in his robot mode. He has the shield and the spear in his hands. The spear, as far as I can tell, doesn't really clip in or hold in any specific way. Instead, you kind of need to use the hollow sections of the spear to line up with the jagged tips, and it kind of just rests there, which is a bit of a disappointment unless I'm missing something, but I don't think I am. As a result, it doesn't really get a firm grip on the spear itself, which is a disappointment. However, I think what you could do if you wanted is probably use one of these ports and use it as a wristed mount, but that's solely up to you. Figure itself, as I've shown, head moves, arms rotate fully around and come out. Everything is on a nice firm ratchet joints. The elbow moves, and this does turn. The claws are individually articulated, so you have the inner thumb-like claw and the main fingers, with the two fingers also being articulated. The legs come out and twist. Oh, I can't seem to get that to do that. As you can see, the thigh cut rotates, and you can get the knee fully back to the point of his backpack. For the Minicon, it's a simple one-step change of the legs folding down. As you can see, the screw connecting the head is fully visible, which is a bit of a disappointment. But other than that, it's very simply done. Black moulded plastic, gold moulded plastic, and if it focuses, there we go, tiny bit of purple paint for the face. We will transform Zarak's head and take a look at that. So, as you'll see from the instructions, the first stage of the transformation is pulling out the sides of his head, pulling forward his visor, and unfolding an underside to the visor and folding that down over his face. As you can see, I've had to fully pull out the sides of the head to get this, and this part of the visor is so firmly lodged up there, I ended up having to get a small little screwdriver and using that to lift it out. So unless you have the smallest fingers, you are going to struggle with that. The other thing I'm going to note is, and I don't know if you'll be able to see it, this little black section of the headpiece came off as soon as I pulled this out. I've managed to clip it back in, but it was incredibly fiddly. So it might be worth noting that. Here we have the transformed headmaster of Black Zarak. Arms are on a double hinge. The hands don't rotate as these fold in for part of the transformation. Shoulder joint. Swivel at the legs. Knee goes forward and backwards. And swivel at the ankles. Does rotate at the waist, but it only does a little under 90 degrees before it hits the backpack, so it doesn't do a full swivel. I really like the battle damage detailing on this. As you can see, the gold plating is cracked and reveals circuitry underneath, which is pretty cool. And part of the visor, as noted earlier, folds up and it covers the full face, hiding that, which is a nice piece for the transformation. Overall, while this bit was really fiddly to initially do, I do like the look of this. And matches nicely alongside Black Zarak itself. My initial thoughts on this are, I do really like this. I really love the detailing on it. Paint apps, tightness of all the joints. While it's a simple colour scheme, I do feel this is highly more appealing than the recent arc we've had, which I felt was maybe lacking a little in the detail, paint apps. And actually I prefer the look of this over the slightly older Amiga Supreme, which again was mostly just a plain grey, but that was down to the design of the character itself. I'm going to stop this video here. I'm going to take some looks at the transformations, how that works, etc. And I will return with the next video looking at its transformation modes, how they work, and how it looks in its base and alt mode, which I believe should be a scorpion, as this is a recolor of the Earthrise Scorponok figure. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.